ways southwest of Chester, harvesting corn this fall. It was a challenging year with the drought that we had. Things that are really showing up, there's extremely good areas of the field and extremely poor areas. We're out harvesting in a field that we had tiled here a couple years ago, and even though it was a drought year, it made a significant positive impact on our corn production this year. We had about 9 inches of rain within about a week and a half of when we planted this field, and the tile allowed the water to come off the cornfield, so there's no water that stood. We're in a couple weeks earlier than we normally would without that tile, and it did make a big impact on where the yields were, because it would have pushed us several weeks later, especially after that 9-inch rain. And so it allowed the roots to develop down in those low areas that have the better soils that are capable of holding on in the dry conditions. If it would have been saturated soil, we would have had no root development. So when it turned dry, the corn plants would have shriveled up in those low areas where we should have the best crop year in and year out. In addition to that, it allowed us to use ridge till. It's a form of minimum till, and years like that, not having a tillage pass in the fall or spring, it saves around a couple inches of moisture, and drought years like this, that pays huge dividends for producers in South Dakota.